The authority having jurisdiction, or OJ, is a critical entity in ensuring electrical safety and code compliance. Understanding who qualifies as the AHA is essential for electrical engineers, contractors, and anyone involved in electrical installations. The chief electrical engineer of a company typically cannot be considered the AHA unless specific conditions are met. The AHA is generally a government body or official responsible for enforcing electrical codes and standards. This often takes the form of a municipal electrical inspector or a similar regulatory authority. Their primary role is to review electrical plans, conduct inspections, and ensure that installations comply with the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local amendments. However, there are circumstances where a company's chief electrical engineer might be considered the AHA. This occurs when the company has a delegation of authority agreement with the applicable authority having jurisdiction. A delegation of authority agreement is a formal arrangement where the governmental AHA delegates some or all of its authority to the company. This delegation allows the company to act as the AHA for its own projects or facilities. The delegation of authority agreement typically outlines the scope and limitations of the delegated authority. It specifies which responsibilities the company is authorized to perform and any conditions that must be met. For example, the company might be authorized to review electrical plans and conduct inspections, but it might still be required to submit certain projects to the governmental AHA for final approval. There are several reasons why a governmental AHA might delegate authority to a company. Firstly, the company may have specialized expertise or resources that the governmental AHA lacks. For example, a large industrial facility might have complex electrical systems that require specialized knowledge to inspect and maintain. Secondly, delegation of authority can help to streamline the permitting and inspection process. By allowing the company to self-regulate, it can reduce the workload on the governmental AHA and speed up project timelines. Thirdly, delegation of authority can promote a culture of safety and compliance within the company. By taking ownership of its electrical safety program, the company is more likely to invest in training, equipment, and procedures that will help to prevent accidents. To obtain a delegation of authority agreement, a company typically must demonstrate that it has the necessary qualifications and resources to act as the AHA. This may involve providing documentation of its electrical safety program, training records, and qualifications of its electrical personnel. The governmental AHA will also likely conduct an audit of the company's facilities and procedures to ensure that it is capable of meeting its obligations. Even with a delegation of authority agreement, the company is still ultimately accountable to the governmental AHA. The governmental AHA retains the right to revoke the delegation of authority if the company fails to meet its obligations or if there are concerns about its electrical safety practices. It is important to note that delegation of authority agreements are not common. They are typically only granted to large companies or organizations that have a proven track record of electrical safety and compliance. In most cases, the AHA will be a governmental body or official. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations in the United States. It is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is updated every 3 years. The NEC is widely adopted by state and local governments, and it serves as the basis for most electrical codes in the country. The NEC covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. It also includes specific requirements for different types of occupancies, such as residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. The NEC is not a law itself, but it is often adopted by state and local governments as part of their electrical codes. When the NEC is adopted into law, it becomes legally binding and electrical installations must comply with its requirements. The AHA is responsible for enforcing the NEC and any local amendments. This includes reviewing electrical plans, conducting inspections, and issuing permits. The AHA also has the authority to issue citations and fines for violations of the electrical code. Electrical inspections are an important part of the process of ensuring electrical safety and code compliance. During an electrical inspection, the AHA will visually examine the electrical installation to verify that it complies with the NEC and local codes. The inspector will check for things such as proper wiring methods, adequate overcurrent protection, and correct grounding. The inspector may also use testing equipment to verify the electrical system's performance. If the inspector finds any violations of the electrical code, they will issue a citation and require the contractor to correct the deficiencies. In some cases, the AHA may also issue a stop work order, which prevents the contractor from continuing work on the project until the violations are corrected. Electrical permits are required for most electrical installations. The permit process helps to ensure that electrical work is performed safely and in accordance with the electrical code. To obtain an electrical permit, the contractor must submit electrical plans to the AHA for review. The plans must show the details of the electrical installation, including the wiring methods, equipment locations, and overcurrent protection. The AHA will review the plans to ensure that they comply with NEC and local codes. If the plans are approved, the AHA will issue an electrical permit. The permit allows the contractor to begin work on the electrical installation. The AHA will typically conduct inspections of the electrical installation during the course of the project. These inspections help to ensure that the work is being performed in accordance with the approved plans and the electrical code. Overcurrent protection is a critical aspect of electrical safety. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Overloads occur when the current in a circuit exceeds the circuit's ampacity. Short circuits occur when there is a low resistance path between two conductors in a circuit. Overloads and short circuits can cause excessive heat, which can lead to fires. Overcurrent protection devices are designed to interrupt the flow of current in a circuit before it can cause damage. Circuit breakers are reusable overcurrent protection devices that trip when the current exceeds the breaker's rating. Fuses are one-time use overcurrent protection devices that melt when the current exceeds the fuse's rating. Grounding is another important aspect of electrical safety. Grounding provides a low resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source. This helps to protect people from electric shock and to prevent damage to equipment. There are two main types of grounding systems: grounded systems and ungrounded systems. Grounded systems have one conductor that is intentionally connected to ground. Ungrounded systems do not have any conductors that are intentionally connected to ground. Grounded systems are more common than ungrounded systems. The NEC requires that most electrical systems be grounded. Electrical equipment must be installed in accordance with the NEC and the manufacturer's instructions. This includes ensuring that the equipment is properly supported, ventilated, and protected from the environment. Electrical equipment must also be properly labeled with its voltage, amperage, and other important information. Working with electricity can be dangerous. It is important to take precautions to protect yourself from electric shock and other hazards. Always to energize electrical circuits before working on them. Use insulated tools and equipment. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and gloves. If you are not qualified to work on electrical equipment, hire a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following safe electrical practices, you can help to prevent accidents and injuries. Understanding the role of the AHA is crucial for anyone involved in electrical work. The AHA is responsible for enforcing electrical codes and standards and for ensuring that electrical installations are safe. By working with the AHA and following safe electrical practices, you can help to create a safe electrical environment. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed requirements for electrical installations. These requirements cover a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring electrical safety and code compliance. Electrical inspections are an important part of the process of ensuring electrical safety and code compliance. During an electrical inspection, the AHA will visually examine the electrical installation to verify that it complies with the NEC and local codes. Electrical permits are required for most electrical installations. The permit process helps to ensure that electrical work is performed safely and in accordance with the electrical code. Overcurrent protection is a critical aspect of electrical safety. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Grounding is another important aspect of electrical safety. Grounding provides a low-resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source. This helps to protect people from electric shock and to prevent damage to equipment. Electrical equipment must be installed in accordance with the NEC and the manufacturer's instructions. Working with electricity can be dangerous. It is important to take precautions to protect yourself from electric shock and other hazards. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following safe electrical practices, you can help to prevent accidents and injuries. In summary, the chief electrical engineer of a company can only be considered the AHA if the company has been formally delegated that authority by the actual AHA, usually a governmental body. Otherwise, the municipal inspector or relevant government entity retains that role. Understanding the specifics of this delegation is critical for compliance.